Yes, you know it's going to be a good video when we have Her Majesty on the thumbnail. All hail Queen Victoria. And so I want to continue our Why the World is Losing Its Mind little mini-series, or whatever the hell that's going to be, and discuss the inevitable evolution of feminism into the current demonically stupid form that it's in right now as it wrecks society with its aimless idiocy. And I say aimless because it's the ideology of the cancer cell, really. Growth for growth's sake. Bloody good quote, that one. But yes, Queen Victoria was absolutely spot on with her quote, "Were women to unsex themselves by claiming equality with men, they would become the most hateful, heathen, and disgusting of beings, and would surely perish without male protection." We'll say nothing of the whipping, just laugh. A magnificent display of clairvoyance there, also predicting the inception of the teas to a fucking T, no pun intended, of course. The level of layering in that quote as well when you look back at it now, holy hell, it is exquisite. Let's look at what feminism purports to be, shall we? Independence, liberation, equality, all of those stupid buzzwords that will sucker in an idealistic delinquent because they haven't the faintest freaking clue what any of that even means in practice. Like everything else the left damn well does, because it's the party of sloganeering civilization into totalitarianism by, you know, ignoring all of objective fucking reality. Now the main point of feminism was equality, but as the opposition to women's suffrage poster pointed out, it is a blow to the family, ushering women into industry where they will prove their economic worth. They will become the imitators of men. Looking at this in Queen Victoria combined is rather eerie, isn't it? Goes to show you maybe listen to the royals once in a while. The upper tier of society do have a wisdom that the vast majority of the peasantry simply do not. And yes, I know that sounds elitist, because it is. And everyone knows every arena of life there are the upper tiers. Welcome to the reality of Mother Nature. Her quote, "Were women to unsex themselves by claiming equality?" Unsex themselves, even Queen Victoria could tell you women are not equal to men, and to attempt this would result in the removal of womanhood as a whole. Which is hilarious because feminists say, oh, we're more than just our bodies. No, you're actually not. Your lady parts are what make you a lady, hence why it's called lady parts. Do you see where I'm going with this, feminists, or would you like me to explain it to you a little bit slower? You do realize by saying we're more than just our bodies, you're removing the female form to compete on an equal footing with men, and like I said before, men are just going to crush you because without your lady parts, without the female form or capacity to be appreciated for your womanly attributes, on a societal scale, you're just an inferior human being then. You do realize this, right? It's funny the, oh, we're more than just our body shtick. Not when it comes to capitalism, though. Then they go with the sexual liberation angle, the liberation of any standards, and decide to scar themselves into oblivion by turning their bodies into drug labs, by using their youth for capitalistic purposes, because why the hell not? It's perfectly in line with feminism's economic empowerment and sexual liberation ideals, and because women massively overrate themselves these days, entitled can do no wrong, they see the money in the sex trade, OnlyFans makes bank, and society's morals go down the tubes. Hello, social degradation. And because men are not actually all that attracted to the idea of being around drug labs, women who have been passed around more than a church collection plate, and with more skeletons in their closet than a frickin' Clinton, women are somehow dumbfounded as to why they can't find men after parading around like ladies of the evening. What a shock. So all of that economic independence, ladies, comes at a price, and is it really worth it? You're still going to have to earn it like a guy, compete with guys, whilst also trying to find a partner. And are women happier as a whole in society? Are we better off for this stupidity? No, depression is really rather jarring. Antidepressant medication levels are at an alarmingly high level of use. And what exactly has your liberation given you? It's like a woman thinking she's free from serfdom because she's no longer under a feudal lord, only to find she gets mauled by a gang of bandits a day after, no longer being under his protection. And because you claim not to need a man, don't expect a helping hand from a bloke. Well done indeed. And yes, that is a bit of an exaggeration, but hey, it gets the point across. Oh, and speaking of protection, the T's. What do we end up with here exactly? So far we've gotten equality, unsexing themselves if you're more than just your body, but all you peddle is your economic worth, then the female form is essentially worthless. That is what you're saying. Except when it comes to youth though, then the female form is somehow empowering when it's quantifiably measurable. You don't need male protection anymore because you're equal, so good luck with that one. Factoring all of those and the rise of the T's are basically inevitable. And why wouldn't it be? Everything that makes you a woman you've decided to abandon for some vague, unnatural allegiance to ultimately capitalism, which you feminists say is also part of the patriarchy, yet you also want to join in it and remove everything that makes you a woman on the one hand, or obliterate any sense of decency to compete in the one arena where men can't because you have lady parts. How did I do?
That is such a good point, isn't it?
Thank you, V. Cheers for watching, and once again, I apologize for nothing.